Atma Namaste. All right, we shall start with our invocation first. I want to request everyone to please close your eyes, be seated, relax, take a nice, slow, deep breath in and out. Just bring all your distracting thoughts if your mind is elsewhere. For the next few minutes, just be present here in your body with your breath. Becoming present for today's session. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to all the holy angels, spiritual helpers, and all the great ones, thank you so much for your great, great blessings. To all the holy angels, archangels, spiritual helpers, and all the great ones, to our holy Guru, Master Chokok Soi, thank you. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for your great, great blessings. Thank you for the opportunity to heal ourselves here today. Thank you for this opportunity to forgive in our relationships, with our health, with our work. Thank you for helping us heal our karma. Thank you for the healing. Thank you for the courage to be present here for ourselves right now. Thank you for healing each and every participant who is present here and who will be watching the recording later. I humbly request to assign angels of love, angels of forgiveness, angels of healing to every single person who is present here right now, so that we can be fully blessed, permanently healed with love and light. Thank you. In full faith. So be it, so be it, so be it, and so it is. Before you open your eyes, please take a nice long deep breath in and out. And then slowly open your eyes. Okay, so the last time that we met in our last session, we spoke quite a bit about inner and outer forgiveness. Those of you who missed it, don't forget to watch the recording. I would say it was quite like important stuff that we were discussing in the last session. And then some of you were asking a few questions, which I didn't get a chance to get to the last time. So I thought we will discuss them today. So, the reason why I think it's important to, discuss some of these questions that y'all are asking is because if one person is asking the question, I can guarantee that there are at least 10 to 15 people who are thinking about the same thing, thinking about the same question, right? So when we come in here, let us come in with an open mind, because it can, whatever somebody else might be going through, it can apply in our lives in one way or the other. And I always try to keep the answers a little more generic, not like specific on that specific question or the specific person, but more generic so that it applies in our lives also. Right. So the first question that somebody asked me last time, which I thought was very interesting, and it's a whole topic in itself. So I thought we'll start with that. Um, they asked that how does one actually figure out their karmic or their life lesson, right? Now, to answer this, you have to um, understand your ego and your identity, right? Because the more we cling to our identity, the further away we get from learning our lesson. And the more we detach from our identity and from who we are, the easier it becomes for us to learn our lesson, right? So, what do I mean by that? Mm, I'm going to open a whiteboard here, and I hope all of you can see this. Uh, I'm just going to draw something here so it's easy to understand. Okay. Zoom is not working in my favor. So I'm just going to draw it on paper and show it to you. Okay. Imagine that this is us, okay? This is our soul, right? What I have drawn here. Okay, this is our soul. Now, around it, is our body, right? And it got this identity. We were born with it, full, perfect, complete circle, right? It is just pure energy, pure, like, body, which we're born with. Okay. But what happens over time is that over time there are some cracks, some dents, right? All of this start happening. And where do this come from? It comes from everything that we are learning as we are growing up, right? From people, from situations, from life experiences that we keep going through. Our entire energy, our energetic field, right? Our energy body, it gets these dents, these cracks, and our this becomes like our identity that we start holding on to, that we start familiarizing ourselves with, right? And this becomes our new identity. Now, as we are like whatever age you are at, 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, whatever age, you are starting to identify with this version of you. You do not remember this version of you, the pure circle version of you. You do not remember the pure circle version of you anymore. You only know this version who has been hurt, who has been betrayed, who has felt anger, who has felt disappointed. You remember this version of you because it's the freshest and it's something that you have lived with for a long time, right? So that is how our identity comes into being, right? So over time, you experience life, you fell down, you hurt yourself, other people hurt you. All these experiences, they start to shape us. And so we learn how to be strong, we learn how to stay quiet just so that, we can maintain the peace in our environment, or we learn how to become angry as a shield to protect ourselves from being hurt again. So we are shaping and molding ourselves very carefully all throughout our life and making this beautiful sculpture of art that we are, right? That we are today. And for all these years, we have been, just very delicately creating this artwork for ourselves, which we call our identity today. And yes, there are some flaws here and there, but they are your flaws. You created them. You see this sculpture, you see yourself in the mirror every day. You respect it, you love it. You have grown to, you know, like the person that you have become. And you think this is who you are. This is who I am. But what if I told you that you have to now take a hammer and you have to break this artwork that you have created? You have to break this identity that you have created and you have to start building it all over again. That's going to be very hard to do, right? It's going to be incredibly hard because this is you. You have made an entire identity around yourself. Today, when girls get married, and this is including me, we don't want to leave our names behind. In our Sindhis, it's not even like the last name that gets changed. It's even the first name that gets changed. So it's a whole new name that we have to live with. But it is hard to break that old identity, everything that comes along with it, right? Like we have to do the paperwork and everyone knows us by that name. So how can we abandon it all of a sudden? So even I didn't change my name. I kept my last name also the same. So if a name is so hard to change, imagine changing who you are at the core. How hard is that? Your personality, your defense mechanism, the way that you respond to people, all of that. Once we start breaking that, Once we take a hammer and we break that identity that we have created and we start rebuilding ourselves again, that is our entire purpose. That is our entire lesson that we have come here for. To be able to break that identity, to become a child again, to become this pure soul again, right? A pure soul who can enjoy life. If there was no one judging you, if there was no one to say anything, then what would you do? Who would you be? How would you live life? That is our lesson. We have to break away from everything others have ever told us about how we have to live life. And most people around us are training us to like actually live in fear, right? Think about the news and everything that the news tells us, always scaring us. Don't travel, wear a mask and go out. This virus is there, that virus is there. We are always living in fear. And so many other stories that we keep telling ourselves. Everything from our past is a story that is shaping us into this person that we are today. But it is time to break away from that mold. That is what a karmic lesson teaches us. Because when we don't break that mold, when we don't listen to the signs that our body, our relationships, our life is trying to show us, then our karma will do it for us. Our past karma will only do it for us. Difficult situations will start showing up in your life when you don't break away from this identity, this ego that you have so much built around yourself. Relationship struggles, financial hurdles, health issues, all of these start showing up. And then we have absolutely no option but to break this identity that was created. Because these situations will challenge us, right? Oh, you want to keep holding on to the resentment towards that person? Here, some skin issues for your anger. So you finally start looking inwards. So you finally get frustrated with your own, skin issues and you start questioning yourself, why are you going through this? Or you want to earn more and more, but you don't want to share it with others. Here's a scam in your life. Here's where money will be taken away from you. Or you want to continue feeling sad, you want to continue feeling lonely, and you don't want to work on trusting others. Here is another heartbreak for you, so that you finally start questioning yourself on where you're going wrong. How many of you feel like this about your situations in your life that are actually breaking the hammer of that identity, that are making you question yourself? Every one of us has gone through it some or the other time. Some or the other time in our life, we have gone through this. Our life has shown us difficult challenges so that we can start questioning ourselves. And this is our lesson. This is our karmic lesson. थोड़ा सा हिंदी में भी ओके मैं कोशिश करती हूँ. So life keeps giving us subtle signs to look inwards. So let us take that opportunity and learn the lessons that we have come here to learn, not avoid them. एंड टू लर्न योर लेसन्स यू हैव टू लुक इनवर्ड. हमको अंदर ही देखना पड़ेगा क्योंकि सारी नॉलेज हमारे अंदर ही है. हम ही खुद स्टोर हाउस हैं हमारे पास्ट का, राइट? सो इफ we are the ones who are storing all that past memory, that past life, the past everything that we have experienced, then we only know what is hidden underneath those layers, right? हमने ही सीखा है how to put on those layers and to protect ourselves. What is hiding underneath all that? To find what is hiding underneath the layers, that is your karmic lesson. And the best way to find out what is hidden underneath those layers is to follow your excitement. What brings you joy? What brings you happiness? Because whatever is not bringing you joy and happiness is just another layer that you have put on in order to protect yourself. Okay. All right, let's look at the second question. I try to back away and avoid getting into quarrels. I don't express my words or feelings with anybody except my husband. Am I making a mistake by avoiding the problem? So first, let me say that it is wonderful that you have a safe space with your husband, that you have him by your side, that he listens to you and that you can share with him. But we have to look at the people that you have been avoiding, right? Firstly, are they important people in your life? Do you need to address the problem with them? Does it bother you if you suppress these things that you want to share? and you actually want to express your issues with these other people? If the answer is yes, that if it does bother you to keep suppressing and you feel like you want to share your opinion, then your answer is actually in your question. You have to say what you need to say. Swallowing what you want to say is no way to maintain peace in a relationship, because instead of, putting it on the outside, you are now suppressing it on the inside. And we've already discussed what that does to you, right? When we keep suppressing what we want to share, it will keep boiling up and then it will show up in our body in some way or the other. So the expressing needs to happen. But what you have linked over here is that expressing yourself means getting into a quarrel. This is the link that has been created. Every time you express yourself, it is going to lead into a quarrel. Why? Why have that assumption? How about you tell yourself that every time I express myself, it does not lead into a fight? But if we assume that it is going to lead into a fight, into a quarrel, then it definitely will. Because energy follows thought. So that is where you are putting your intention. If you walk into a room, putting on your armor, protecting yourself, bracing yourself for a fight, the other person's energy will instantly match your, defensive energy. कि अरे ये मेरे साथ झगड़ने आई है. So then they'll also respond the same way. But if you drop that armor, if you walk into that, discussion with an open heart, with a glowing heart chakra, then you will share your opinion with love and compassion. You will not share it with that wall up between you and this other person. And because your energy is now projecting love, the other person will be very likely to receive it also with love. So you are allowed to speak whatever is on your mind. Just change the way that it is spoken, the energetic frequency that is behind the words that you say. And that is what is going to make all the difference in the relationship. Okay, the third question, this is the last one. How do we acknowledge and process a situation and then actually cross over to forgiveness? Okay, so this is something that we were discussing in the last session, right? Processing does not mean that we are reliving it again and again. We are reliving that past experience again and again in our mind until our body is so addicted to that emotion, the emotion of anger, the emotion of sadness, the emotion of hurt or disappointment, whatever that emotion is. We don't want to become addicted to that emotion. So acknowledging a situation means you are looking at it as a scientist. You're looking at the facts. Yes, this person lied to me. It hurt me. I felt betrayed. Yes, that happened. It is a fact. But crossing over the bridge of forgiveness happens the moment you will realize that holding on to that pain is just another way of clinging on to that identity, right? Those cracks and those dents that were caused in our identity, we are clinging on to that. We are holding on to that sculpture again. We are saying to ourselves that nahi, I was wronged. मेरे साथ बुरा किया गया, and therefore I have to stay angry and I have to put this person in their place, and that will only validate my experience कि मेरे साथ ये हुआ था. But to cross over to forgiveness, you have to drop that. That exact thing has to be dropped. That entire identity has to be broken. And it has to be replaced with love. With the soul's need to be free, that I am not going to let this person live on rent in my mind. I'm not going to let this person live in my mind anymore. So you are not going to move over to forgiveness because you have now finished processing the whole situation in your mind, but you are going to move over to forgiveness because you realize that the more you keep processing this, the more you realize that it is a trap, that it is keeping me in the same loop. And to get out of that loop, the only way is to forgive. Right? So I know that is hard, but that is the whole work, is to break that ego, that identity that keeps telling us, no, we have to stay in this anger, stay in this anger, stay in this resentment, stay in this hurt. We have to break away from it and forgive. Okay, so with that, we'll move into our practice. If there are any questions, any thoughts that anybody wants to share, please feel free. I'll keep like maybe 3 minutes for us to discuss, and then we can move into the practice. If anybody wants to share anything. Koi to bhi is not on mute, and it is a little bit disturbing. So can you all put yourself? Yes, Jagdish, do you want to share something?
Yeah, I had a question regarding the strangers. Maybe we come across in our lifetime with them for a 1 or 2 times, but over the year, the kind of hurt we get from those kind of people by different means, like getting cheated or getting abused or whatever. But it makes a deep impact, in our life, and it becomes hard to forget also. It keeps coming again and again in different times. So in those cases, how do we, because we do not know them, in personally, whether they have come once or twice in our lifetime.
Hmm. And then they have what? Hurt you. They've betrayed you.
Yeah, they either they betrayed or they have abused or hurled some abusive language or something, those kind of. But the impact is very deep.
Hmm.
That doesn't go away from our experience.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand completely. Like, it's really hard to forgive strangers, especially also. Like we've spoken about forgiving loved ones, but we haven't spoken about forgiving strangers. And it is difficult, especially when like, they do something hurtful and it has stayed with us for a long time. But there is no other way. There is no other way. We have to like, we have to let it go. We have to hold that compassion in our hearts. See, everything, the way that I like to explain this is that we are all on our journeys, right? Everybody is learning, everybody is growing, right? But everybody makes progress at a different level, in a different way, in a different speed, in a different capacity. Some of us have the capacity and the understanding and the maturity because we are a part of circles like these, of communities like these that help us in becoming more mature and faster, right? So we can move up faster than others can. But compassion has to be held towards these people also, not just towards the ones who are here, but to every single one, no matter where they are on their journey. Every single person is a soul. When we realize that the soul in me is the soul in them, and that is what our forgiveness practice teaches us, is to see each and every person as a soul that is just like you. There is no physical body, there is no personality, there is no this cracks and egos and identities and all that. We are seeing this person as a pure child of God, just like how I am a child of God. And I am upset and disappointed with whatever they have done to me. But can I have that love in my heart to forgive them even in spite of that? That wherever they are, however they have hurt me, I wish them well. And I wish that they can move up on their journey of, learning their lessons the way I have, that I wish the same for them as well. Because they are just like me. And sometime back, even I was here. Whether it was in this lifetime or any previous lifetime, I was at the same level as them. I was making the same mistakes as them. So then that's why we do forgiveness towards ourselves first, right? When I can have compassion towards myself when I was here, then I can definitely have compassion for another person when they are here and share that love with them, right? That's why we do twin heart meditation also, is we're blessing others. So it all starts with opening up your heart chakra, opening up your center of love. And the soul, this soul, is sitting in our center, right? It's in the center. Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone, for muting yourselves. Let us now move into practice. I want you all to please close your eyes. Sit comfortably. Relax, take a nice long deep breath in and out. One more time, inhale and exhale. And one last time, inhale and exhale, becoming aware of the breath in its natural rhythm, just moving in your body without you having to do anything. This breath is moving, this life is moving. Even while sitting here, you are stepping into the future with every moment. You're shaping it with the thoughts that you have in your mind right now. These are the thoughts that are creating your future. The whole idea is to choose these thoughts very selectively because they're shaping our life. Slowly start to see that person now who you hold the resentment or the anger or disappointment against. And try to see them as a soul, as a being of light, just like how you are a being of light. Just like how you are a child of God, even they are a child of God. And join your hands in prayer in front of your heart and say, Atma Namaste. The divinity in me salutes the divinity in you. And just look at the soul, the Atma of this person, not their physical body, but really look at the energy that this person carries, the soul this person carries in the center of their being. And once again, say, Atma Namaste. The divinity in me salutes the divinity in you. And we are all children of God, children of the Supreme Being. And we all make mistakes. So I forgive you for your mistakes. I forgive you for the hurt or the pain that was caused by you. We are all evolving and growing. And evolution takes time. It is a process, and it involves making a lot of mistakes along the way. So you are forgiven, and the matter is forgotten. I let go of any feelings of revenge, of vengeance, of anger against you. I let go of any grudges that I hold towards you. I have had my share of mistakes and I've learned from them. And I'm here today. And if I can do that, then so can you. I let go of all the memories of hurt or pain that was caused by you. For all the times I felt misunderstood. For the times I felt mistreated or even abused. For all the things you said to me that or did to me that caused me pain, suffering. For the times I felt I was being taken advantage of. For the times I felt like I needed space and I felt suffocated. For all the times that I didn't feel free to be my true self, to share what I wanted to share, to express my opinions. I let go of it all. I let go. I let go. I completely let go. Inhale, take a nice long deep breath in and out. Let it go, let it go, let it all go. I understand that you are here to learn and grow, that you are learning from your mistakes. And so I forgive you. May the Supreme Being bless you with divine forgiveness. May the Supreme Being neutralize all your negative karma. May God's peace and love be with you. May God's peace and love be with me. Take a deep breath and say, you are completely forgiven. Go in peace. You are completely forgiven. Go in peace. You are completely forgiven. Go in peace. Now we will be asking for forgiveness as well. Visualize the same person in front of you again and say, Atma Namaste. The divinity in me salutes the divinity in you. We are all children of God and we all make mistakes. So please forgive me for my mistakes. Please forgive me for any hurt, any pain I may have caused you, whether I did it consciously or unconsciously, whether it was now in this lifetime or any previous lifetime that I've forgotten, I have no memory of. I am truly, deeply and sincerely sorry. Forgive me for all my mistakes that I may have caused from the beginning of time until this present moment. I am deeply sorry for anything that I said to you, did to you, that may have caused you any hurt, any pain. I never meant to hurt you. I am just a soul. I am here learning my lessons, and I don't wish to harm anybody. So please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. May the Supreme Being bless me with love, with mercy, with compassion, and with forgiveness. May the Supreme Being neutralize all my negative karma across time, across space. May peace be with you. May peace be with me. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Everyone, please raise your hands and cut the cords. May all negative cords connected to me be cut, cut, cut. Now let us energize with gratitude to the Supreme God, to the universe. Thank you so much for your great, great blessings. Thank you for blessing me with this abundant life. Thank you for blessing me with so many relationships, so many interactions. Each and every interaction has been teaching me such very important lessons. Thank you for every single lesson. Thank you for each and every one of those individuals I have interacted with. Thank you for blessing me with such loving, beautiful people in my life. For such lovely interactions with them every single day. Think of all the people who you love interacting with. Thank you for all the meaningful conversations that I have with them. Thank you for all the meaningful moments I share with them, even if they are in silence. Thank you for all the relationships that nurture me and even those that challenge me, because both are contributing to my growth. Thank you to all these relationships for carrying me through my life, for every guidance I have ever received, for every lesson I have ever learned, for every interaction that made me into a stronger person, more resilient person. Thank you. Thank you to all those who have taught me patience. Thank you to all those who have shared their knowledge with me. Thank you to all my teachers, my gurus, who have shaped me into the person I am today. Thank you for the blessings that I often overlook. Thank you for each and every experience in my life. Thank you for the divine light that surrounds me, the healing, the light that lifts me to a higher vibration. Thank you for blessing me with so much love, so much gratitude, so much care, so much empathy, and so much abundance. Thank you. Thank you for every single thing, every relationship, known and unknown. I am super grateful for the love and happiness that is flowing in my life. I am grateful for this moment, for it is full of possibilities. May I walk through life with this love and gratitude in my heart. May I always honor the divinity that lives in me and within all beings. Thank you, God. Thank you, all the great ones. Thank you for blessing me with this tremendous flow of love and happiness and peace and joy. I am super, super grateful. In full faith. So be it. So be it. So be it. And so it is. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, thank you so much for your great, great blessings. Thank you for healing everyone who's present here right now with this miraculous divine energy that is pouring into all of us. To the angels, thank you for your love. Thank you for the divine guidance and protection. Thank you to our Holy Guru, Master Chokok Soi. Thank you. Thank you for helping us release our negativity. Thank you for helping us forgive. In full faith. So be it. So be it. So be it. And so it is. Slowly and gently, you can begin to open your eyes with a smile. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in today and for doing this practice with me. Thank you. Wow, so many hearts. Thank you. All right, take care, everyone. I will see you all again on Wednesday, and here the practice for Om Mani Padme Hum will continue. Thank you.
Thank
Who
you
do I
so
need to
much,
make
Ritika.
host over
Thank you
here?
so much for joining for the whole session. I think it's an amazing session.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.